The RTX 3060 12GB is one of the most popular cards out there. It's got 12GB of VRAM and it's pretty good. If you're running this card, you're probably pairing this with maybe a budget CPU, something like the Ryzen 5600. So we're going to try and see if this combo is still good for 2025. We're going to run it in a few games, and in the later part of the video, let's see if swapping this to a powerful card like AMD's RX 9070 XT is a good choice if you just want to drop in upgrade. Okay, let's start. In CyberPunk 2077, this is 1080p ultra settings. We're running about 60 FPS. This is actually not bad for a budget setup. We can play around this one, we can hit some guys here, and if you scale up to 1440p. Now, we are running upscalers in here. DLSS quality transformer model. You do see that there is a slight degradation of FPS in there, so it's probably more practical to stay at 1080p. When we go through Oblivion, this is Unreal Engine 5. Obviously, it will be a little bit stuttering on the outside. However, when we go to the inside, the dungeons, you can see that there is a big difference there. We're running about 90 FPS. We do have DLSS upscalers in here, and this is medium settings. However, this is still good. When we go to 1440p, you will see that there is probably a difference of about 10 or 15 FPS in there. Yes, there is a lot of stuttering in this game, but this is Unreal Engine 5. Moving on to games like Warzone, we're getting about 130 FPS in here. The lows are actually not bad in this one, 91 FPS. If you go upscale, we are using upscalers in here as well, 1440p. There is not much of a difference in here. However, you do realize that, your lows will drop down a bit with this one, and I think that's because we're probably CPU bottleneck in this game. Another shooting game is Delta Force. We're getting about 150 FPS in here. Is actually quite good with this one. And if you go to a higher resolution at 1440p with upscalers, you would notice that difference in there. Not much, but you would see that one there, right? That's about 10 FPS. Marvel Rivals, you're getting about 100 FPS. The lows are about 70. And when you go to 1440p, there isn't much difference in there. And we're using upscalers, obviously, at 1440p. Yeah, this could be another CPU bottleneck scenario. Let's check it out later when we swap this over to the RX 9070 XT. Fortnite is no problem with this combo. The Ryzen 5600 will bring about like 250 FPS in here on our build fights. And Valorant, no issues as well. Like these light games, you're getting about 400 FPS in here. Pretty good if you just want to play like Valorant, right? Apex Legends, the same thing, you're getting about 200 FPS. We are GPU bottleneck in here. When you go up a scale, so you definitely would lose a lot of FPS in this one. It's more practical for you to just stay at 1080p if you're running this combo. PUBG, it's about a slower paced game where you're getting about 180 average FPS, and actually it's quite good. We're not GPU bottleneck here with our competitive settings. This is probably with our CPU. We're held back by our CPU. However, this is still fine, right? When we do get to 1440p, you would see that we're not even maxed out our GPU in here. So obviously there is some CPU bottleneck in here. And that's the same thing with the heavy action scenes. You do lose a lot of FPS in here. However, it's a slower paced game. You can stay with just 1440p if you want to. Helldivers 2, and this is Super Helldive. You're getting about 60, 70 FPS on open areas, and we got a lot of explosions here. And we're GPU bottleneck. However, the CPU does play a huge part in this game. You can see in the Mega Nest in here, we just swarm with a lot of bugs, and our FPS do drop to about 50. So yeah, it is getting stressed out. Battle of Exile 2 is a game that requires a lot of CPU power. You can see that we are definitely CPU bottleneck in here. You can see that one. That was 100% on one frame there. Getting about 60 FPS, so it's a bit low. So when we do go to 1440p, you would see a huge difference in there. And it's about what? About 20 FPS difference, right? 20 FPS difference when going to 1440p. Now let's try against the RX 9070 XT. We're just swapping out, and this is at 1080p. CyberPunk, boom. huge difference, right? 59 versus 100 FPS. And take a look at this one, boys. We got 160 watts, and the RX 9070 is only running 130 watts. And we're not even GPU bottleneck with our RX 9070 XT. Now, what if we go 1440p with CyberPunk, right? And this is with upscalers on our 9070. And you can see that it's still a huge difference in there. We haven't maxed out our RX 9070 XT in here. I think the CPU is definitely holding back because we're running at 80%. So let's go pure native 1440p for our RX 9070 XT, and boom, definitely we've maxed out and our FPS hasn't changed. And that's because we're definitely CPU bottleneck in here. How about Oblivion? So Oblivion at 1080p, we've got about 68 FPS against 91 FPS, 90 FPS with our RX 9070 XT. Right, let's go 1440p. The same huge difference, right? Here's one thing though, you're running about like 150 watts on our RTX 3060, but you're running about 100 watts on our 9070 XT. In Warzone 1080p, there is a difference here. You are getting better FPS with our RTX 3060. Now, here's the thing. You are running 127 watts with our RTX 3060 while you're running about 70 watts with the RX 9070 XT. And one more thing, take a look at this one, boys. The RX 9070 XT isn't actually spinning. Like the fan isn't even running in this one. And I've left it for like a while and it wasn't running. Yeah, and that's because it's not using a lot of wattage there. Okay, when we go to 1440p, and this is what upscalers on both, right? You're running about 150 watts against 90 watts. The same thing. So yeah, you do get a little bit of headway there for the average FPS for our RX 9070 XT. However, once again, you are CPU bottleneck in here. How about we try just pure native on the RX 9070 XT, and it's the same result. You're definitely a bottleneck by the CPU here. And Delta Force, no questions here, no contest, right? That's a huge difference. Definitely, if you're just playing Delta Force, RX 9070 XT, drop and upgrade. And that's the same thing when we go 1440p, drop and upgrade. And Marvel Rivals at 1080p, yes, there is that huge difference as well, about 50 FPS difference. And once again, look at the wattage, boys. Look at the wattage. You've got 160 against 100 watts at 1080p. When we go 1440p with both upscalers, FSR4 and DLSS on the RTX 3060, huge difference again on the performance and on the wattage. How about when we go just native? And here we go. Is the native, you're actually getting better results at native 1440p on the RX 9070 XT. So if you're putting an upgrade in there, don't use upscalers because the upscalers will utilize some of your CPU resource. And Apex Legends, the RX 9070 XT definitely is a good upgrade. At 1080p, you're seeing 300 FPS most of the time, and that's the same thing in 1440p. Even with our heavy action scenes, you're getting 300 FPS, right? So there's definitely no contest here. Practical upgrade choice. PUBG at 1080p, like, yeah, pretty obvious, and it's even the same on our heavy action scenes. When we go 1440p native, obviously there's no upscalers here. Pretty clear, right? The RX 9070 XT is a good upgrade. If you just play PUBG, like slap it in and it will just get you that really high FPS. And Path of Exile 2, now this one actually favors Nvidia cards. And you can see that in here at 1080p. Yes, you are getting slightly higher FPS on our RX 9070 XT. However, you're not GPU bottleneck. You do get like lower GPU usage in here. However, when we go to 1440p, look at this one, boys. You are actually getting better performance at 1440p. You are utilizing more on the GPU. So there are scenarios wherein the RX 9070 XT just makes sense if you're just doing it on 1440p. The RTX 3060 paired with the Ryzen 5600 is still a decent combo in 2025 if you're just being realistic with your expectations in here. Yes, the RX 9070 XT may be a drop-in upgrade. However, it's not a clear-cut drop-in upgrade. There are some games wherein you're actually losing performance at lower resolution over higher resolution without even upscaling. So that's something to consider. It's not like just a black and white upgrade. Obviously, you'll have to consider upgrading your CPU later down the track. However, that depends on the games that you're playing. Like in what we've shown here, there are games that it's practical to just upgrade to the RX 9070 XT, and there are some games that are still okay with the current setup. If you want to see the same setup wherein we actually did a streaming test. Like we streamed with RTX 3060 and the Ryzen 5600 previously. So if you'd like to see that, click this video right here, guys, and I'll see you guys over there.